Hello and welcome to FPL Weekly, and I have a very much less miserable co-host this week. He is briefly back on top after getting 76 this game week. We both had a good week, but Ches beat me this week. Ches had 76, I had 62, average was 44. So both a good week. The thing that killed me really was, I killed both of us, but you just had a few extra players over me that were better. But Liverpool just killed me. I started the game week really well. Darwin will come on to, and Salah captain would just killed me. And not only that, 0-0 was the worst result for me because I didn't have any Liverpool defenders or any United defenders. A lot of people had Tsimikas, Trent. Yeah. Some people had Onana. So it was the worst result I could have had. But other than that, look, I'm happy. If I finish, 40% over the average every week, then I'll be doing all right. So it was a really good week. I just think it could have been a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, we were both sitting at Sunday 3:30, like, oh my God, this could be carnage.
Yeah.
The saviour,
Saka had just blanked and things like that, and it was all going really well.
The saviour to my stuff was Tsimikas clean sheet, but like that, United were never going to score in that game. United were never going to score. Like, I don't care what anyone said. They just, and if they were to go out and score, Liverpool would have then scored more because they would have tried. United just shut up shop. The worst thing for them with regards to that result would have been a Liverpool early goal. As soon as Liverpool didn't get that early goal, it was kind of like, right, perfect, this is working. Worst case scenario, we'll lose 1-0. And they could deal with that. They just couldn't have a repeat of last year. So,
But it is what it is. I don't regret anything. Salah was the right captain. No regrets. It's just frustrating.
Johnson, I've not gone into any game week unhappy about my captain. Okay, captain. If my vice, obviously last week with Foden, if in hindsight it was a fucking really, really terrible choice. However,
but again, it's a bit you never expect. It's the only time I ever remember a vice captain coming into play. So you're a little bit unlucky.
I actively chose. I actually actively chose to have Foden, and the difference there that I kind of thought about in hindsight is Man City are a quarter of the team without
Haaland,
Haaland in it. So take out Haaland, take out De Bruyne, massive part of their team gone. So and that's that, and Salah's Salah. So I should never really look at those kind of things. But I was unlucky for me to choose Foden and Salah Halls on that same week. That would have been that's the really unlucky part. But anyway, super content, super happy. If a lot of people whoever does listen, whoever they are, we are moving towards my wildcard. So this game week is game week 18. This is the blank game week.
The blank.
This is the
I said the blank. There's two teams aren't playing, but
like
when you describe it as a blank game week.
This is the other thing. This is the other thing that we definitely want to talk about. So my plan all along was the way that I was navigating the blank was dead-ended into it. And it was going to be an advantage for me because that was how I was navigating it. But that advantage got taken away from me in game week 15 when Haaland got injured and who else got injured? And then Bumo got injured. Those two players getting injured were destructive for my plans because I would have, obviously I would have had those players and being able to take those players out or bench them or no hit, because I would have been able to dead end into that team. So that was what I was really, really disgusted about, with the fact how unlucky I got there. But anyway, the points have worked out okay. I'm content with where I'm up to. I'm 120k, something like that, in overall rank, which is good with all of my chips in play, and I can attack this winter period and AFCON, and yeah, that's the overall plan, really.
Cool.
Where I'm up to. So
Yeah,
I won't be
just really-
wildcarding this week. I won't be wildcarding this week. I'm wildcarding next week. I've already done my transfer, and my so with an intent to dead end into this week. That's my transfer.
Good goal, by the way. Gakpo.
Yeah, Gakpo, yeah.
And Tsimikas is off, and that is more relevant to what we're talking about, just because
Yeah.
that would be a slightly good thing, I'd say, for the weekend. He should play, I think. Your team, just have a look at it. Where you did well over me really was Dubravka, Tsimikas, Foden.
Yeah.
All the other ones that did well, we both had Gordon, Watkins, Palmer, Porro, Colwill, and you had Saliba and Gabriel. It's kind of the same thing. So yeah, you just had the Liverpool clean sheet, the Newcastle clean sheet, and an assist from Foden. So other than that, like I said, both did pretty well. Palmer hold, which was nice. Can't say I'm overly surprised. Sheffield United at home. You know how much I mean, barely every single pod I've beaten the drum about him. But yeah, nice to see some. I feel like I brought him in at the right time. I was patient to wait for the fixtures. Yeah, I lost a little bit of value, but I feel like I brought him in at the right time, and
he's still unbelievable value at the value that he is.
Yeah, like I say, honestly, I'd be buying him at 7. I'd be buying him at 7.
I would agree.
Because you can see how much of a big part of the team he is. I like him as a player. He's 100% on penalties. Like, you saw his first pen last night. He's up first, good sign, and he's buried it. So definitely on pens, unless Nkunku takes them, but I doubt he does. He's definitely on pens, nailed, big part of their team. So, yeah, did well, Palmer. Other than that, Watkins was justified. I took the hit for Watkins to Haaland to Watkins, sorry, and it was justified. He got 9 points. Haaland, as we know now, didn't start and seems to have a bit of an injury. See the stuff today where City released a picture and then took it down. They released a picture of Haaland in training and then they deleted it, which is a bit weird. But anyway, I don't need to look into it. I just basically bring him back when he's fit again, whenever that is. If he's in doubt, I'll just leave it until I know he's back. But yeah, just quickly on my team, like I say, yeah, pretty much the ones that did well. Yeah, Gabriel clean sheet, Cole clean sheet, Porro clean sheet. Porro's brilliant, by the way. I'm so glad we own it. We own him. Been banging the drum about him for a while, but he's the best defender in the game at the moment, especially in terms of an option. You could argue Trent's probably the best, but he's 8 million. Palmer great. Son a little bit disappointing. Was a bit unlucky. Had a couple of chances. Watkins good. Gordon good. So happy enough for the week. Really quickly, I still have a few little fires to put out, sadly. So Areola.
I think we can talk about goalkeepers in general. Really, I think let's
because that's my transfer plans as well.
So let's open the floor with regards to goalkeepers.
Yeah. So really quickly, Areola I've had all season, and he's been annoying because he hasn't kept many clean sheets. But I don't really overreact to that. Really, in general, I think sometimes it's just if you don't, you don't. It's just been unlucky. He's always been first choice all season at a cheap price. He was a no-brainer. Now he's got his little wrist injury. And where I'm concerned is the last 2 Premier League games, he's been fit enough for the bench. Okay. That's a concern to me. My gut feeling, rightly or wrongly, is if you're fit enough for the bench, you're fit enough to play. So
can I just interject there? Fake news. And the reason why it's fake news, because for a goalkeeper, when does a goalkeeper ever get subbed on?
If he gets injured, breaks his arm in the first minute. Great, I've got Areola playing. He's not fit.
I know, but the hardest thing for a goalkeeper is training. One of the easiest aspects of their week is a match. So, and what I mean by this when I'm saying it is, whenever we're rehabbing goalkeepers, it's always really, we have to do loads of goalkeeper specific stuff with them before they go back into training. So it's, and to be perfectly honest, if your third choice is like a 18-year-old kid, then a semi-fit Areola sat on the bench is.
Maybe.
I would
maybe, but you can see why I'm like. Ugh. But anyway, that was okay. So, but then tonight he starts in the cup, which again, like Andy said, is that a good sign of he's now building up to fitness by playing, or is it a sign of
goalkeepers don't need to do that?
No,
goalkeepers do not need to.
That's why I'm concerned.
To build up
bench to Fabianski, and then cup. So my best guess would be it's going to be Fabianski at the weekend. Couple that with Forest have got a new manager. Turner had just won his place back. Oh, Bowen's so good, isn't he? Jesus God. I mean, I don't know what more he has to do to get in my team, to be honest, but we'll come on to that as well because I've got some future plans with him involved.
His fixtures are shit.
Average. They're average. They're not. I would say they're average. I don't think they're terrible. I don't think they're.
I think they're.
He's an option, mate. He is an option. Like he just does stuff. Like he's up top. He's a big talisman for them. He's a good player. I don't know. I don't know why I don't like him more. Do you know what I mean by that?
It's like the Watkins thing with me. It's like,
but I'm fully converted there. But yeah. Anyway, so goalkeepers. So the other issue with my goalkeepers is I've got Turner, and Turner won his place back. I was buzzing with that, but they've just got a new manager.
Nunes is completing the game, by the way.
What's that? Yeah, I know.
Nunes.
So that's talking about fires. We'll add Nunes to the fire. I hate this game. Honestly, I hate this game so much. I need about 6 transfers and I got 1.
Johnny's got wildfires everywhere, guys.
So many fires now. It's just
Do you know what you could do with
a wild card? Yeah, thanks, mate. So
who's got one of them?
Well played. So, long story short, Nuno's Forest manager. He might not go for Turner. He might fancy Lakodimos or whatever you call him. My gut feeling, he probably will fancy. So I would say Areola's 30% to play, and Turner's probably the same. So I have a chance at this. I've got 2 goals.
I think Turner's 50-50. Turner is 50-50. You probably cannot. I don't. But Turner's 50-50, and on a wild card, would you choose him? No,
definitely not.
On a
wild card right now, I wouldn't have Areola either.
No. And on a wild card, which I don't know if I've mentioned, but I am on a wild card. My 4 million goalkeeper would obviously be Dubravka.
Yeah, 4.2 now, which is a bit annoying, but yeah.
But I've got him in at 4, so the next goalkeeper that I'd be choosing is
Flecken or Raya or Martinez.
No, none of them.
Can't go Chelsea. When you wildcard, you're not doing that United keeper, right? Yeah. So Onana's going to AFCON, so you've got 3 or 4 game weeks out of a 4 million United keeper.
Yeah,
basically.
And for the fixtures, I had a quick look at them. I think there is pretty much
21 to 24, isn't it?
Yeah. 21 is Tottenham at home, Wolves away, West Ham at home, and Villa away.
Yeah, it's okay, isn't it? It's okay.
Yeah. so it's fine. Well, it's
fine.
more than okay. He's a £4 million goalkeeper.
Exactly. He's a dud. He's a dud price, and then you can just go Dubravka throughout, unless it goes in January, which is, I would still say, unlikely. Possible, but unlikely. But again, if that happens, then you just,
And
it is what it is.
And that because Newcastle have got, in the run up to it, Newcastle have got Man City at home on the game week 21, Aston Villa away. Then when United have got West Ham at home, they've got Luton at home, and then when Aston Villa away for United, they've got Newcastle have got Forest away. So you've got and then Bournemouth at home for Newcastle. I've been looking through. Okay, finish your goalkeeper stuff off first.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. And based on that, and based on the fact that actually, although I have some fires, my team is not awful. And I'll talk about one player as to why that is in a minute. But because of that, I think I do the goalkeeper transfer because one, the issues that I have, and two, it improves my team this week. The main reason is Eze's back, and you were like, oh, it's really lucky. Well, I was unlucky in the first place for him to get injured. But long story short, Eze's back a little bit earlier than we thought. So he is now an option for Brian at home. Now, I should get team news. Whether anyone cares too much about Eze is my concern. In terms of the SPL community, he's not very highly owned. So, but hopefully I get news that Eze starts. If he does, it makes sense for me to play him. A tiny concern
Salah is a joke.
He's on goal. Yeah. Lob? No.
He's just clinical, pal.
Yeah. So he's an option, especially if I know he starts. Slight worry is he might not be on pens. What are your thoughts on that? He came on in the 91st minute. Palace got a penalty in the 94th, and Elise took it. Do you think that's change a pen taker, or do you think he didn't want a pen taker that's been on the pitch for 3 minutes?
Change.
Which is interesting. Why? Because he hasn't missed a pen, Eze. So it's a bit of an interesting one. I don't know why he'd get taken off them. But anyway, whatever. It's not a huge deal. But I can play Eze. Now, really quickly, Cash is home against Sheffield United. Unbelievable pick, the best fixture you can get. If he plays, then he's a great option. He might play, by the way, because it looks like Pau Torres hasn't been in training. And is there another one? I can't remember. Bailey, and he's in Bailey's position. So they haven't been pitching in training. So if Cash plays, is an unbelievable option in that game, and I have to take that risk. I just have to.
I'm being forced down that road mainly because of Isak and Gordon are both flagged, and my bench is currently Cash and Saliba. If those two don't play, especially Gordon, there's going to be a lot of teams with 10 players out there.
Yeah, I agree. Well, mine could be one of them. I'll quickly come on to that in a second. So I have to play Cash. I watched the game against Brentford. He was unbelievably attacking. I can't describe. He was Diaby attacking. Like, he was basically up front, and honestly, it was a joke. And he was part of the front three, and he missed a sitter as well. So he's a freak of an option if he plays. It's just a big if he plays. Porro's amazing.
Wow, Curtis Jones.
Another goal.
It's another goal.
Mind you, West Ham are struggling defensively. Sorry to hold you up here. Wow, lovely goal. Oh, beautiful goal.
So
really
good,
nice goal, actually. Yeah, he's taken it so well. That on Sunday, but anyway, we'll gloss over that. So Cole was fine. He picked up what looked like an injury yesterday night. I was worried. He got taken off at half time. Poch has come out and said he's fine. The amount of potential fires I've got is scary, but it looks like he's fine. Taylor's fine. He's back from suspension, but Fulham away, I can't see how they don't concede.
Yeah.
Gabriel is a great option, but Liverpool away is an awful fixture. But anyway, I've got Cash, Porro, Cole, Will, and I just hope the Cash starts. If he doesn't, Gabriel comes on. It is what it is. Gordon's got a different knock now from a challenge that should have been a red card, in my opinion. But anyway, so he's got a different knock now. Like always looks like an impact knock. to go with his ongoing hamstring injury. But at the same time, I don't really want to sell him because I was hoping that he'd be just a long-term hold. So,
and you've got a lot of value in him.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just going to leave him. If he doesn't start, he doesn't start. Son's fine until AFCON. Salah's fine until AFCON. Palmer's amazing. And Eze's come back, which really just what I needed him to, really. Is he going to do much? I don't think so. But at least he's a body. Darwin, try not to swear here. Really, really annoying me. I knew the risk with bringing him in, but I didn't quite realise the pain it would cause. One, he's just as not as nailed as I thought he was. And two, he's just so wasteful. And I'm getting so frustrated with him. Plus, he's playing 90 minutes here, which is a massive concern.
Just a quick one. I heard James, Planet FPL, say this the other day. He hates owning Salah. And
really?
the reason why he hates owning Salah, and I can relate to this because I'm similar with Watkins. Yeah. Whenever I'm watching Aston Villa, all I'm thinking is, oh my God, how is he going to fuck me? How's he going to fuck me? How's he going to fuck me? Okay. Yeah. And then whenever I'm watching him and I own him, I'm going, oh my God, he's missed that. Oh my God, he's rubbish. He's rubbish. Yeah. And it's like, it's that change of mindset. So like when you don't own Darwin, you're going to be sat there hiding behind your hands. Yeah.
Yeah. But when you do own him.
But when you do own him.
So shit. Yeah.
I know.
Oh,
you get so many chances.
Yeah.
So many chances. He is like the perfect FPL player. Like he doesn't cost the world.
Yeah.
Doesn't cost the world. He's involved in everything. Everything.
Yeah. It's not Haaland. Is the problem. The nailness is the problem, but he is a bit wasteful as well, I feel. But anyway, so he's a bit of a fire, especially now. 90 minutes has killed me here. Like it stinks of Gakpo, Diaz, Salah, doesn't it? Absolutely stinks of it. So that's him. Watkins is great. So Brad and brought him back. Gutted I sold him in the first place. Probably I would say, is it my only bad move of the season? It's definitely in my top three. Let's say I've had more than one bad move of the season. It's probably my number one. Taking him out in the first place. Should never have taken him out. But anyway, at least I've got over it and he's back. Love him as an option. And then it's the keeper situation. So potential on the other one's Isak, who wasn't in the squad again. But Howes kind of said, I'm just looking after him, really. Wilson played 90 minutes again. So, and the other thing is, if Gordon is injured, then it's another player that they can't afford to rest Isak. They might end up playing Isak out on the left. So, it'd be very, very unlucky if Gordon and Isak don't start, both of them. Very, very unlucky. If one of them doesn't, I've got Eze. So, it's not a huge disaster, and I feel like I want more information. Because the thing is, look, Gordon, with the information we have, is he a sell? No, I don't think so. Isak, with the information we've got, is he a sell before Luton away? With Forest next? I don't think so. Eze, is he a sell before an okay fixture run? Not really. Darwin, is he a sell? He's close to a sell. But I know what he's capable of. So I just feel like this is a week where I could roll, but I feel like I want to probably do the goalkeeper transfer because of the issues with the keepers and because it improves my 11. And that's kind of where I'm at. But I mean, I've got Cash. I would describe as a semi-fire. Turner's a semi-fire. Areola's a semi-fire. Gordon's a semi-fire. Isak's a semi-fire. Darwin's a semi-fire. I've got 6 or 7 small fires. I wouldn't say any of them are humongous. Like all of them could play, by the way. Do you know what I mean? That's the funny thing about my fires is I could have 15 people playing this week. I could have 9 players playing this week. That's my problem. I haven't got any. I haven't got any.
I really don't think you're alone though. Like Darwin is highly owned. Gordon's highly owned. Isak's fairly owned. What are they going to do with Trippier?
Yeah.
Trippier's,
and he's one I'm really close to bringing in.
Yeah,
Really close.
a lot of people will have used that Haaland money to, invest
Yeah,
in
see, I'm
those kind of
keeping the
people.
Haaland. I'm keeping the Haaland money for when he comes back. But
Yeah, but
um,
so yeah,
yeah,
I'm I think this week is going to be not a big. I think some people are going to get lucky out there, and some
yeah.
people are
I
going to
need
get
to get
really
through this.
unlucky.
I need to get through this week.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done well considering how many kind of fires I've had. I've done well to kind of get through it in one piece, if you know what I mean.
Mhm. Have
And
you
I just
taken
kind
one hit so far?
of, yeah. So it's just the Haaland Watkins was a hit. The
And
good
are you
news with
tempted to
that,
do a hit this week?
I hate doing hits if I don't need to. Do you know what the problem is? If I was to, there's no one queuing up that I really want. That's probably my biggest issue.
Is
Um,
Darwin on yellow
he's on
card?
4 yellows. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's just picked up one now.
Yeah, but pretty sure it's irrelevant because it came up on the screen 1 Carabao yellow. I don't think they cross over, but we'll have to check.
But like, if he's suspended for 5 yellows, wouldn't he have missed this fixture?
But he's got 4. He's got 4 Premier League yellows,
No, but say, why can you be suspended for this fixture, but then
but not earn them in this fixture. Yeah, so maybe, but I think it would have come up there saying Mrs. Arsenal. I think, but we'll check it out. I'm sure Twitter will know. We'll check it out, but I
yeah,
don't think it's the case. But he is on 4, so again, that's a concern. Oh, is he a sell? I don't know. He's probably my closest sell. I don't want to sell Gordon. I don't really want to sell Isak before Luton at home.
he's coming off my wild card. I'm going to admit that.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you see what I mean? I just don't. Okay, I take Darwin or Isak out. Who do I bring in?
I think it's quite easy. There's a striker that I'm looking at that
Jesus.
he's second on my list.
I don't love Solanke. I don't think their fixtures now going forward long term are
Nope,
amazing.
not him.
I've got going to bring in Haaland. Alvarez.
Nope. De Bruyne is nearly back.
No, Richarlison's a midfielder.
Is he?
Yeah. Yeah. Midfielder.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That's really bad. I didn't know that. Sorry. Well, I didn't know that because I've never, ever, 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 ever considered him as an option. But
Yeah.
he's starting up front.
Oh yeah, he's a great option. Yeah.
He's now looks like
6.7
he's got a
midfielder.
little bit of confidence.
Yeah, 6.7 midfielder. So, do you see what I mean? So, and Andy was saying the same thing. There's no real strikers apart from I'd say Watkins and Haaland when he's back that jump off the page. Tony, but he's not back yet. But maybe does he
January.
want to be there? Does that matter? I don't know. So maybe. I think they're a weaker team without Mbeumo. I'd say that, but
Yeah, massive.
possibly. Jesus. Why does he give me the ick? I don't really know. Why he gives me the ick. But yeah, maybe. But Darwin to Jesus worth doing this week? I don't think it is. It just feels a bit sideways. I don't know. So anyway, so that's where I am. I'm in a sticky situation in that a lot of my players are maybes, and in a way, I'd rather they were definite outs. I'd rather Darwin was out for 6 weeks and then I just make the decision for me. Because at the moment I'm a bit lost, but I think I have to do the goalkeeper transfer because that's an accident waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes for Kadamos and Fabianski's first choice, then I've got no goalkeepers. At least with Dubravka, I know that he's playing. So I think reluctantly I'm going to have to do that. And then my team for the week after that isn't too bad. But yeah, let's see. The annoying thing with this week is we don't get press conferences. It's a Thursday deadline.
Yeah.
So we get Villa tomorrow, and that's it apparently. Which is a bit of a shame. Not that Eddie Howe tells us anything anyway, but could have done with some news, which we're not going to get. So
No.
that makes it even more difficult. So the other thing we were going to touch on really quickly, I don't want to spend loads of time on it, was obviously how the very upsetting incident at the weekend affected FPL.
I'm more disappointed with the community.
Yeah, it all kicked off, didn't it?
And
It was
like,
interesting because I agree. I'm of the side of stop worrying about FPL points when someone's died on the pitch. Definitely. I can understand the people as well that were saying that people were getting on the moral high horse a little bit.
yeah, no,
So,
definitely.
I mean,
Like, so like, what my biggest thing was why does James feel like he needs to apologise
yeah, I agree. It annoyed me when he apologised.
So that's what I mean. It annoyed me that he apologized, that he felt the need to, or people were pressuring him to apologize.
Yeah.
Like, you've got
Having an opinion, basically.
yeah, like, we don't need to talk about opinions on Twitter because Joey Barton's spouting them left, right, and centre all the time, rightly or wrongly. Then
Yeah.
but like, we've also got Putin blowing people up currently.
Yeah, no,
so
exactly.
you know, like,
thousands
there's
daily, and
so I just think that there are bigger situations going on in the world. It's okay to be inquisitive about what is going to happen. I wonder what's going to happen. We knew at that point that he hadn't passed away. Yes, it's a serious incident.
Rude. Yeah.
But so it wasn't. It wasn't rude. It was just.
Yeah.
It's just like.
Yeah.
But whatever the decision happens, in the grand scheme of it, it doesn't really matter.
And that's what Andy said, and that's what I quite liked when I watched some of his stuff. He was like, I don't really care. I think as well that it's a little bit unlucky for Solanke owners, but look, if you're a Solanke owner and you've got Kulusevski on the bench, it's not unlucky, is it? So
no, of course not.
It's unlucky for some. It's not unlucky for others. It is what it is. It didn't affect me, to be fair, because I didn't have him. Some people had Gordon on the bench.
All of us are sat here now, like, in me and you, sorry, are sat here now, not bothered because we own none of them assets.
Yeah.
And obviously maybe getting someone, a Solanke owner, who then doesn't have a first sub coming on, they're going to be a little bit salty about it.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest issue about it is that I'm now looking at going whenever that game week, whenever that fixture falls, I can pick up Solanke and I can get
have a double,
points,
including Luton at home.
Yeah. So I can pick up them points. Now that's not fair, but that's the game. That's the game. So, and
I don't think I've seen a lot of people on Twitter going, "Oh, I'm done with FPL now. It's an absolute joke." Like, I don't know what they're expected to do. They had to wait for the Premier League decision, which they did. As soon as the Premier League decision came out, they matched it straight away. And what else can they do? If the match is getting rearranged, it's a different match.
And you can't. And there's so many permutations because, as you say, imagine if someone had Gordon and Palmer sat on the first sub bench, and then
some will
they
have,
were
by the way.
they were gifted. Say they were gifted. Solanke goes off, and they're gifted an extra transfer. They're gifted an extra transfer for next week. Instead of if you've had a Luton or a Bournemouth player, then you're guaranteed to get an extra transfer. Then I'm sorry, but how can you police that? So there is no good way, there is no bad way. It's just luck.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's the way the cookie crumbles. We've got away with it. A lot haven't. It is what it is. I agree. Covered all the bases. I think we've covered all the key information. Don't miss the deadline tomorrow, everyone. Because it's not usually a Thursday deadline, so don't miss that.
Did you see some of the shopping teams out there this week who'd missed the deadline?
No, I didn't actually. No, I didn't.
Ooh.
There's some bad ones, is there?
Ooh, there were some good ones. There were some good ones. Haaland captain with there was a lot of Haaland captainers out there. And I saw one. This was a good one. Haaland captain with Bruno as vice captain. That was really good. So that one made me
one of the ones in our
chuckle.
league was Haaland captain and Boomer vice, which was funny.
Yeah,
funny.
so I'm really enjoying that one. But yeah, so we're recording this on Wednesday the 20th. Liverpool have just finished their Carabao Cup fixture. The plans for FPL Weekly are that we are going to try our best over the weekend's fixtures to try and get another pod out, which will be a wildcard special. That's the aim. We just
You'll be
need to marry up.
activating that tomorrow night.
I'm going to be activating that tomorrow night. There's a couple of people that I need to try and make sure. So I need to sit and spend some time really having a look about who I want to target. When having a look through, the fixtures are a little bit dodgy, really, to be honest. There's no one apart from Chelsea and City whose fixtures are like unbelievably good. So I think it's probably more about choosing players who are unbelievably nailed. Moving towards
I'd say midfield is an interesting one. That was my immediate reaction, because you can't have Salah or Son, and you might have Gordon, but he looks like he's got a couple of.
I am going to have Salah. I'm going to have Salah until he goes to AFCON.
Okay, so you're going to ignore Son, and then you're going to have Salah in the wild card and take him out for AFCON.
I'm going to ignore Son.
Yeah.
Well, no, sorry. I've got Son currently because I've done my one transfer this week.
Yeah.
And I've already transferred Mbumo to Son because but he's not going to be in my wildcard team. No.
Salah's going to be in your wild card.
Salah is, yeah.
But then you're going to transfer him out and bring him back, or are you just going to hold him on the bench?
That is a decision that I'm going to make about who's looking like the likely, who's screaming as replacements.
The problem with that, obviously, is you've got 13 million chilling on the bench. Yeah.
But then the value, mate. The value's a big one.
Yeah, that's true.
And as well, looking at my team, how my team stacks up at that time. Can I carry a sub who's not going to play for 4 weeks?
Yeah.
And also then what the fixtures are top and tail. So Salah, last time he went to AFCON, came back and was toilet.
Yeah. So you're going to go Salah, Saka, Palmer, definitely. And
Salah, Saka, Palmer,
maybe
Gordon pretty much.
Yeah.
And Richarlison.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And Richarlison. Watkins.
Haaland?
At the moment, yes, but I'm okay with carrying the money in to the first game with the best option for that week. Does that make sense? So
yes. When's the last week you can use wildcard?
This week, like next week.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, if you could leave it another week, it might not be the worst idea because of Haaland. But yeah.
So Arsenal's 4 fixtures are West Ham at home, Fulham away, Palace at home, Forest away. So I could go with Jesus.
Yeah.
I could go with
Watkins. Like
yeah, I could go with Watkins, Jesus, and then if I've got the money to go for Haaland, I'll go for him. If I've not, I've not. Defensively, Colwell, Porro, Saliba stay because that's there. Tsimikas, thank you very much. Your time has come.
Done all right. I regret a little bit not getting him. He's done all right.
I either need to future-proof it or have a look at really good fixtures. I'm really tempted to double up, or if I don't go with Jesus, double up on the Arsenal defence with Gabriel. And then my 2 goalkeepers will be Dubravka and then the United goalkeeper.
whatever it's called.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
don't
no,
think
it's a rough draft. Yeah,
I don't know about prices where I'm up to with that, but they're my kind of ideas. There's a couple of target players there, so like Richarlison targeting those Arsenal fixtures. I don't think that there's many fires there either. The only fire is maybe Salah, but like, and every single one that I just named there. I mean, obviously there's other people that are going to come out of that team.
Kulusevski, interest close or not?
No, because I'm going to be going with Richarlison. So I feel like, and I've got Porro, so I feel like I've got Tottenham.
I just
covered.
wonder, is Richarlison a problem when Son and Maddison come back? I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, potentially, but
not
I can
for
just
a while.
flip. I can just flip to Maddison.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's other people like Foden, which I'm happy to keep at the moment, and Cash, he's gone. Like, and I'm looking at others.
He's not on a wild card, no chance.
No.
You might go a Villa defender that's nailed, more of a Torres or a Costa.
Yeah. No, I'm tempted more with Moreno.
He's exciting, but he's not nailed. That would be my only concern.
Yeah, but anyway.
Yes, anyway, we're doing our wild card special now.
Yeah, pretty much we're getting there. But I think that there's I don't think that my team needs a wild card. That would probably be a -12, but I'm really setting myself up there. Like, and this is where I was let down by my wild card, really, because it was going to potentially be really powerful. But
yeah, it is what it is. Cool. I think we've covered all the bases.
Yeah, I hope everyone is well, and if we don't see us before Christmas Day, have a good one.
Absolutely. Thanks for listening as always. Have a good Christmas. We'll see you soon with the wildcard special.
Bye.